Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a review of two products that Julep sent me, which are their liquid eye sheens. I received the color Fig and Champagne, which are basically a shimmery, almost satiny kind of plum purple shade, and that's Fig, and a shimmery kind of champagne color, which is Nude. Once you open the box, you'll find these two little potted containers that contain the products inside, and it comes with 0.15 ounces of eyeshadow in it and retails for $18. They're also available in 4 different shades. If you're interested in checking these out for yourself, you can purchase them online at julep.com. So before we get into the review, let me tell you a little bit about what the product claims. If you read the back of the box, basically it says that this ultra saturated liquid shadow sets to a gorgeous satin finish that stays put all day long. The buildable formula is enriched with Julep's proprietary age-defying power cell complex. Alright, so now that we know what to expect from the product, let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, so I showed you that they come in the little potted containers, very similar to what a cream eyeshadow normally comes in, except that these are more liquidy. They're not so liquidy that they would fall out if you hold them upside down like this, but they are almost like, they're not as solid as a cream eyeshadow normally is. I like the potted containers, I don't mind them. I find it easy to scoop out the product that I need and then just close it up and keep on going with my day. I also find that these containers are pretty sturdy, so that's also a good thing. So I was a little bit nervous when I first got these products because traditionally, in my experience, I found liquid eyeshadows to just be a little bit trickier and a little bit more difficult to work with. However, after using these two products by Julep, I have to say I'm rethinking liquid eyeshadows because these worked out really well. They are incredibly easy to apply. I like using my fingers the best, but I was able to apply them very easily whether I was using my fingers or the brush that they provided, which is just a shader brush. I found that it works best for application if you swipe it onto your lid instead of patting it on. For some reason, when I patted them on, whether I used the brush or my finger, the finish didn't look as nice, but when I swiped it on, the finish looked beautiful. And it also helped it not feel as thick on my eyelids, which is also nice. A little bit does indeed go a long way. These are very pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot of product, but you can easily wear them very sheer or build them up to make them very intense. You just have to make sure that you wait in between each layer to make sure that the bottom layer is dry. So your best bet is to apply it in thin layers so that they dry quickly so that you can then apply the next one on top without it shifting the bottom layer around and making it look kind of icky. But I can use a really small amount and still get great color payoff. So even though these little potted containers look really small, I suspect it's going to last a very long time because it still looks like I haven't even used them or I've barely used them, even though I have been using them pretty regularly for the past 4 weeks. So the finish on this product is actually really beautiful as well. It does have kind of a satiny finish. As far as the budge proof stay all day kind of claim, I found that as long as I prep my eyeshadow with an eyeshadow primer and I'm not doing any really strenuous activity, so mostly if I'm running light errands or anything where I'm going to be mostly indoors in the air conditioning, these lasted all day long and looked absolutely beautiful at the end of the day, almost as though I just applied them. And as with any of my reviews, I will give you the pros and the cons. There are a few things about these products that you should know about before you make a final decision on whether or not you want to purchase. Alright, so the first thing on my cons list, or the first negative thing that I have to say about them, is that for being a kind of long wearing product, I was really surprised at how much creasing and fading I experienced when I wore them without a primer. After wearing them for 4 hours and checking my eye makeup in the mirror, I saw a lot of creasing and significant fading. They just did not hold up at all without an eyeshadow primer underneath. And then the other negative thing that I had to say was that they didn't perform as well as I expected them to outdoors. So I live in Florida, and down here it's really hot and really humid almost all year long. And Julep sent these to me in early April, which is basically when the heat and the humidity starts to skyrocket down here. So when it was either really hot outside or really muggy and rainy and humid, these didn't last as well as I expected. Even with primer underneath, if I was spending any significant amount of time outdoors, these just broke down on me as well. I did experience creasing and I definitely experienced fading. So they didn't perform as well as they did in indoor conditions as they did outside. So those are my two main complaints when it comes to these products. Overall, I think the product has beautiful coloring and a gorgeous finish. I just wish it was long wearing in all weather conditions and not just in indoor settings. Now Julep also sent me their shader brush to test out with their liquid eyeshadows, and I have to say this is a very good quality brush. It retails for $14 and it comes in this beautiful kind of sleek black design, and it fits comfortably in your hands. It's nice and well balanced, and I've washed it several times since using it and I haven't experienced any shedding or degradation in the quality of the bristles. Everything is just as nice as the day that I received it. I love that the bristles feel soft against your skin, but because it's also a shader brush, they are stiff enough so that they can pack on color effectively. And all in all, while I normally feel that $14 for a brush is kind of expensive, I do feel that this is a good quality brush and that you won't be disappointed if you spend $14 on it. And I would definitely recommend it. So there you have it. That's my review. Let me know if you've tried these out and have had a different or similar experience. Comment below. Let's talk about it. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye!